The Dallas Ebola Update news conference today, they've held them frequently for the last couple of weeks. Today finally had a little bit lighter mood after 43 people were officially declared safe and risk-free for contracting Ebola. Their 21-day monitoring period has expired. But 2 nurses are still fighting the disease, and Fox 4's Sean Rabb reports Dallas is not out of the woods yet.
We are breathing a little easier, but we're still holding our breath a fair amount till November 7th.
Breathing a little easier because 43 people have cleared the 21-day period for developing Ebola after exposure, but still holding their breath because 120 more are on the list until at least November 7th. Most are healthcare workers who had contact with Thomas Eric Duncan, who died from the virus, or cared for now sick with Ebola nurses Nina Pham and Amber Vinson.
But there's still 75 people at Presby, 25 people, mostly moms, who spent the night there last night going through the toughest time in their lives without the benefit of a hug from their children because they are afraid they'll become symptomatic around their own children.
Pham and Vinson wore protective gear when treating Thomas Eric Duncan, but the CDC has now changed its guidelines. This is now what's recommended: no skin left uncovered when treating Ebola patients. Pham, at last report, listed in fair condition at National Institutes of Health in Maryland. There's still no word about Vinson being treated at Emory University Hospital, Atlanta, at her parents' request. But Vinson's family said the criticism of her daughter flying to and from Ohio last week's been unfair, and that she was in constant contact with the Dallas County Health Department.
Amber Vinson did nothing wrong to the extent that it would help her family in healing on behalf of the joint team, one fight, and the decision makers that made that decision. I apologize for us to Amber Vinson.
Dallas County Health Department's lab with CDC approval ran 2 tests this weekend for the virus. Both proved negative. Meantime, the first test for the virus will begin on stool samples of Nina Pham's dog, Bentley, and may be a sign of its own health. Presbyterian's ER reopened to patients.
There have been some missteps, and we've talked about those things. Dallas is strong, and the Presbyterian Hospital is strong.
Now, Emory University Hospital in Atlanta announced today that a doctor who'd been treated there since September 9th for Ebola was released today, declared free of the virus, 6.5 weeks after being admitted. That's the hope for Nina Pham and Amber Vinson.